That means that you have a right to exercise one of the constitutional rights in this country. I always tell people, if you don't vote, you have no reason ever to gripe. When I go inside and talk to these men in here and these women in here, the first thing I say, do you believe your conditions can be better? And they say, yeah. I said, then you need to be involved in the process of voting. You need to be registered to vote. You need to be exercising your right to vote. I am honored to stand here today and say that we've been able to register over 2,500 people that are returning citizens in this city.
Too often, our society neglects people who have come into contact with the criminal justice system. And I want to thank organizations like Nation Outside and others who are drawing people into the democratic process and contributing to our collective community vitality. There is no other way to do that unless we are all involved in this process.
The United States has the highest incarceration rate in the world, almost 5 times the average for other wealthy countries. The mass incarceration system costs at least $182 billion every year, including $80.7 billion for public corrections agencies and $63.2 billion for policing. Since 1976, federal spending on prisons increased tenfold to $7.5 billion a year. The number of sentenced state and federal inmates grew from 188,000 in 1968 to nearly 1.5 million in 2016. 2/3 of these inmates are people of color, while Native Americans are incarcerated at a 30% higher rate than the national average. Since 2010, 23 states have passed racist voter suppression laws, including racist gerrymandering and redistricting, laws that make it harder to register, reduce early voting rights and hours, purging voter rolls, and more restrictive voter ID laws. In addition, 6.1 million people have been disenfranchised due to felony convictions, including 1 in 13 black adults. The truth is that when the democratic process and the right to vote are restricted, preempted, and nullified, our democracy is under attack. One responsibility of being a United States citizen is voting. The law does not require citizens to vote, but voting is a very important part of any democracy. By voting, citizens are participating in the democratic process. Citizens vote for leaders to represent them and their ideals, and leaders support the citizens' interests. So the moral question today is, are the current or formerly incarcerated citizens? If yes, then the right to vote should be honored. If not, then I question our integrity, and so as Americans.